Good evening. This is the Ogden City Council meeting for Tuesday, January 3rd, 2012. Let the roll call reflect that all council members are present, including our new council member-elect, Richard Heyer, and our new mayor is present. Welcome, Mayor Caldwell. Before I go on, I just wanted to say if there's anybody here for the swearing-in ceremony, I know there was a little bit of confusion on when that was going to happen, but it did take place at noon today. And with that, we will have Vice Chair Garner lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Would everyone please rise and repeat after me? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Next, we will observe a moment of silence. Thank you. First up tonight, we have one important item of new business for the new year, and that is the election of our new chair and vice chair for 2012. Mr. Cook, is there any explanation of our process on how we did this, or?
We can, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Excuse me. In the study session, just previous to this meeting, the council held what is called a straw poll to determine who the chair and the vice chair will be. Although the actual selection process takes place in this regular meeting, it was proposed that Neil Garner serve as chair and Bart Blair serve as vice chair. So the motion would need to reflect that.
Okay, thank you. Is there further discussion or a motion?
Madam Chair, I move that we accept these nominees. For chairman, I guess we do chair first.
Actually, we're going to do them together.
Both.
Okay, chair and vice chair.
I second it.
We have a motion from Councilmember Van Hoosier and a second from Councilmember Stevens. This is a roll call vote.
Councilmember Blair.
Aye.
Councilmember Heyer.
Aye.
Councilmember Stevens.
Aye.
Councilmember Van Hoosier.
Aye.
Councilmember Wicks.
Aye.
Councilmember Garner.
Aye.
Councilmember Gochner.
Aye. That passes. And so the next item of business would be the swearing in of the new chair and vice chair by our recorder, Cindy Mansell. You're busy today.
Okay, so if you'd both just stand and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear.
I do solemnly swear.
Support, obey, and defend.
I will support, obey, and defend
The Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States,
And the Constitution of the State of Utah.
the Constitution of the State of Utah.
And that I will just discharge the duties
Discharge the duties
of my office
of my office
with fidelity.
Musical chairs now.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your support. We will now move on with the agenda with the approval of minutes of the regular meeting of October 25th, 2011. Councilmember Stevens.
Yes, Mr. Chair, they're correct.
And the minutes of the study session of November 1st, 2011. Councilmember Van Hoosier.
Yes, I started saying Madam Chair. Chair Garner, these are correct to the best of my knowledge, and I move that we accept both sets of minutes, please.
I will second it.
We have a Proposal to accept the minutes from Councilmember Van Huser and a second from Vice Chair Blair. This is a voice vote.
All in favor?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. These minutes are passed. Next is a common consent item, which is the vacation of a portion of Buchanan Avenue between 28th and 29th Street. The proposed ordinance 2012-1, vacating a portion of Buchanan, subject to reservation of a public utility easement along the east side of the property vacated. This is to set the public hearing for January 17th, 2012. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Actually, you need a motion.
The motion.
I make a motion that we accept the proposed ordinance 2012-1 for common consent on January the 17th.
Second.
We have a motion from Councilmember Stevens and a second from Councilmember Heyer to set the public hearing for January 17th, 2012. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? This sets the public hearing for January 17th, 2012. Next is reports from the Landmarks Commission. I think we have a presentation from Mr. Montgomery.
Mr. Chair and members of the council, the Landmarks Commission has forwarded to you a recommendation to take two buildings which are presently on the local register, one building known as Relief Society Hall and the other is Miles Goodyear Cabin, and to change the nomination location from their present address on Grand Avenue to 2104 Lincoln Avenue. As you are aware, these two buildings are being moved. They're both owned by the Daughters of the Utah Pioneers, and they're being moved off the temple block to a new site. And as the movement takes place, of course, we need to adjust the register for that movement so that the buildings can still be recognized as a local resource on the register at their proposed new location. The reason these buildings had been nominated, and they both had been nominated at different times, the cabin in 82 and then the Relief Society building in 89, were because of the features, first of the architectural significance of those time periods, the Miles Goodyear Cabin being the first Caucasian house in Utah, being built by Miles Goodyear, and the frontier style that is exemplified by that building. The second in the Relief Society Hall was for the historic aspects of what this building represented and also its Gothic architecture. And because of those two reasons, what they represented and their architecture, they were placed on the register. Now, the location sometimes may be a concern of people saying part of a nomination is also the location. As you're aware, the Goodyear Cabin has been moved about 8 times from different locations, and it is not in its original location as is. And so moving it to a different location is not unusual. The Relief Society building is a little bit different in that it was built at this location, but in its nomination, it wasn't nominated for the way it's set on the property. It was nominated for what it represented and for its architecture. And so the Landmarks recommendation to you to relocate the nomination, they felt it would be appropriate to do this. Now, to put something on the register at a new address requires a public hearing, so the consideration tonight is to set a public hearing to allow that to be considered.
Okay.
Any questions of me on that?
Questions? Or a motion? Or other comments?
I'd make a motion to adopt.
I second it.
Actually, it's to set the public hearing.
Public hearing.
Public hearing for January 17th, 2012. We have a motion from Councilmember Gochner and a second from Councilmember Stevens to set the public hearing for January 17th, 2012 for the redesignation of the Relief Society building and the Miles Goodyear cabin. This is a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? This sets the public hearing for January 17th. Now we'll move on to the agenda with public comments. This is an opportunity to address the council regarding your concerns or ideas. Please limit your comments to 3 minutes. In this form of government, all city personnel are the responsibility of the administration, not of the council. Please discuss any concerns you may have regarding staff with the mayor, chief administration officer, or department directors. Seems we have no public comments. Comments from administration.
I personally would like to thank Prior Chair Gochner and Vice Chair Gardner for their service and say I really look forward to working with Chair Gardner and Chair Blair. I think this will be a great year, and I'm very optimistic we can get some good things done. So welcome to you in those new seats. We'll all enjoy that process together and look forward to great things in 2012.
Thank you. And council staff?
Nothing other than the welcome to all of you, and thanks for your service.
Okay. Council members?
I'd like to congratulate Chair Gochner on her appointment as the Utah League of Cities, which she's going in as first vice chair, which means eventually she will be chair of the Utah League of Cities, which is quite a big deal. And again, of course, for her significant support of the council and helping us get through some really trying times and things that we really want to see move forward, and I appreciate that.
Any other comments? And also, Mayor Caldwell, we welcome you in your new seat, and again, look forward to working with you and moving the city forward as we have been. So thank you. Okay. Motion to adjourn.
Moved.
Second.
We have a motion from Chair Councilmember Gochner and a second from Vice Chair Blair to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. This is a reminder, a special redevelopment agency meeting will be held immediately following the regular council meeting, and a council work session will be held immediately following the special redevelopment agency meeting. And the purpose of the work session is to discuss zoning and business license changes for precious metal purchasing and council business.